My life changed because of one envelope.
I never thought my life would turn upside down because of an envelope. Before that cafe meeting, I was clinging to hope, telling myself I was just overthinking things. I was a husband, a father, a man who believed trust was the bedrock of a family. But I learned that trust doesn't break with a bang. It just slowly crumbles away. For weeks, something felt off at home. My wife got a promotion and suddenly she was distant. More time on her phone, late nights at the office, brushing off my questions with a tired smile. I told myself it was just work stress, her ambition. I wanted to believe in the woman I married. But when the late nights turned into missed family dinners and whispered phone calls, the doubt became too loud to ignore. The woman who sat across from me in that cafe looked as tired as I felt. She introduced herself calmly, but her eyes held a familiar pain. She was married to my wife's boss, the man whose name had become a constant, unsettling presence in our home. When she slid that white envelope across the table, my hand started to shake. Inside were photos, hotel bills, messages, all the proof I never wanted to see. I didn't open it right away. I went home to my daughter. She was sitting at the kitchen table like she'd been waiting for me, rehearsing what to say. She didn't need the proof in that envelope. She already knew. It broke my heart that she had to grow up so fast, noticing the cracks her mother and I tried to hide. When I told her the truth, she didn't cry. She got angry. Angry at her mother. Angry at the betrayal of our family. We opened the envelope together, and the silence that followed was heavier than any argument. Then she wrapped her arms around me. In that one hug, I realized I hadn't lost everything. I still had her. That night, I made the hardest choice of my life. I packed a bag and told my daughter we were leaving. I couldn't live in a house built on lies anymore. She didn't hesitate. She chose me. Her choice gave me strength when I felt like I had none left. The next few days were a blur. I moved into a small, empty apartment that felt strange, but at least it was honest. My wife called when she found the house empty, demanding answers she already knew. I didn't fight. I didn't yell. I just said, "It's over." The words hurt, but staying would have hurt 1,000 times more. As the divorce started, I decided to be completely honest with my daughter. I told her about another betrayal from years ago, a secret I had buried, thinking forgiveness was enough. It was a painful lesson. Forgiveness without change is just a delay. Slowly, my daughter and I found a new rhythm. Morning coffee, shared meals, late-night talks. We were more honest with each other than ever. The pain stripped away all the small talk and left only what was real. The woman from the cafe and I stayed in touch. She understood the anger and the exhaustion. Talking with her felt like finally catching my breath. We weren't trying to replace what we'd lost. We were just two people trying to survive. Months later, the divorce was final. The anger had faded into a quiet acceptance. I met my ex-wife one last time. She apologized, not for forgiveness, but for closure. I didn't excuse her actions, but I let go of the hate. It was too heavy to carry. Soon after my daughter graduated. Watching her cross that stage, so strong and full of grace, I felt a pride that overshadowed any heartbreak. She had seen the worst of people, but chose compassion over bitterness. She taught me what resilience truly means. I reconnected with family, letting old grudges go. And the woman from the cafe? She became an important part of my life. We took it slow, respecting the scars we both carried. There was no fantasy, just honesty. For the first time in years, I felt hopeful again. One evening, my daughter and I were sitting on our small balcony. She leaned her head on my shoulder and said, "Dad, I'm proud of you." That one sentence meant more than any apology I could ever receive. I lost a marriage, but I found myself. I learned that walking away isn't weakness. It's choosing your own dignity. My life didn't end with that betrayal. It changed. And sometimes, even painful change can lead you exactly where you need to be. Thank you for listening to my story. If you've been through something similar, know that you're not alone. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories about navigating life's unexpected turns.